It's so much more than just a feel-good therapy with horses.
It makes people more clear about everything.
It's a combination of the science-based knowledge about how the brain works, how the brain chemistry works, and then the technique that Terry found to control the whole balancing of the brain chemistry.
6.
Well, Horseback Miracles is equine-assisted sensory-based therapy program. Essentially what we're doing is we're using horses as a catalyst to jumpstart the flow of information between all the brain functioning centers for our participants.
Horseback Miracles work with everybody with mental illness or neurological disorders. We work with horses, but it's not the horse part that is important. We work with the people that come here. We work with a lot of youngsters with mental illness or neurological disorders. It's the main group, but it can also be adults. There's a lot of horse therapy out there. This is so much more. Horse therapy is only a tiny bit of what we do here at Horseback Miracles.
1, 2, 3, up.
The first thing that you have to do is to relieve that stress factor. They're not able to access their frontal cortex region where all your executive decisions are being made, where you can start to think rationally. They just can't get there. And so all traditional programs are based on they're making bad choices. And that would imply that they could access that part of their brain, and they can't get there. And so that's where the big difference where we come from is we understand that, and our role is to figure out why can't they get there, what can we do to help improve that. And that's from a neurophysiology side is to create or reestablish neural pathways.
4, 8, 12.
Up there.
They've got to be able to do 3 things. They got to be able to focus, they got to be able to reason, and they got to be able to remember things.
8, 10, 12, 14.
The kids that we work with would fall in category of abuse or neglect, and abuse may be sexually, emotionally, or physically. What's happened is they have subconsciously switched off their brain, where they can't access different parts. They don't think rationally, they just always go back to what their past experience has taught them.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Who do we appreciate?
We'll do different drills to get them started. All of those different drills affects their body movement, which that's where the kinesiology plays a factor. And once that happens, they're able to start to focus, they're able to start to reason, and they're able to start to remember. And then once we get started, then I'm able to transfer that trust that they've developed with me to the therapist, to other peers, wherever it needs to go.
Everybody's giving you a very clear path, but yet you haven't bought into that path.
Terry's program is unique because it opens up the brain. It de-stresses, it neutralizes all stress in the body, and then it completely opens the brain, so every part of the brain is now accessible.
The people just change. And after I came here, I saw many kids, many sessions has been done here. It's really shocked me.
I had a bit of challenge in the beginning with the balance, and all of a sudden there was a change. Even though I knew I was riding in circle, it felt like I was riding straight ahead, and I was all in a zone of emptiness or oneness. But it was like going from a chaos feeling into a calm feeling. It was just like it's just shifted.
When I'm riding backwards on the horseback, it just felt like I was riding in the space. It's like it's in the infinite space. It's It's very similar but different with what I do the meditation. These techniques, we found out that you don't need to speak, you just need to cooperate, then put you on the horseback, then something will happen. That's the breakthrough, that's the point I never found before.
I become more open, become more connect with people.
I get more focused, I get more happier, and more confident.
Apart from being the most unique horse therapy program in the world, this is an amazingly beautiful country. It's an amazingly beautiful place. The ranch is in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. It is Red Rock country here where Perry Park Ranch is, in the middle of Red Rocks and with magnificent mountains around it.
It's a very unique and amazing program.
So I really don't know how do I get happier, but the reality is I get happier.